My wife refused to help me financially because I needed to sort it out myself as the man of the house. She is shell-shocked when I make a decision to live our lives separately. I work in a very niche industry and last year or so has been really difficult due to market conditions. Many of my colleagues got laid off and so was I. At the time, I had just refurnished our home, so I was in debt. My wife also works, and she earns more than me back then. I went to her and asked if she could help me while I searched for work. I proposed that we sell some of the gold that was given to us at the wedding. We live in Turkey, and there is a tradition of giving gold to newlyweds to help them financially. These are meant to be used during difficult times. She rejected the idea and said, "I do not want to sell my gold." I tried to reason with her by saying closing the debt would greatly help us to have more stable financials. She refused and told me to sort it out myself somehow because I am the man of the house. I asked her to at least use some of her savings, and I can pay it back. The context here is that I let her save most of her earnings while paying for most of the things myself because women are more vulnerable to financial changes than men here. I wanted her to build her own savings and made sure to help her with a retirement account as well. I asked her to give me some of her savings for debt, and I can pay her back once I sort myself out. She refused that, too. This period had been extremely difficult for me. I fell into depression and contemplated my choices in life. The interest in loans is already piling up. The funny thing is everything was going great before this, and I thought we would stay together through thick and thin. Sometimes, the banks are calling her and she would call me screaming that I have to fix everything because I should not let my problems be her problem. My older sister helped me to pay the monthly installments during that time. At the beginning of this year, I found a great job in the same industry and am thriving. My wife was all smile when she found out that I can now fix my mess. I could not look at my wife in the same way after what happened and started divorce talks with a lawyer friend of mine. Last month, I let her know my decision, and she was served with divorce papers soon after. For her, apparently, it was an unexpected thing, and she was shocked. She tried to talk me out of it, but I was firm in my decision. Families tend to be involved with each other here, which was the case for us too. She put families in between as meditators, but I do not want to marry someone who will not help me during difficult times, especially when considering their financial well-being. Most of my family supports my decision, though they would like me to reconsider it. I know everything is without a problem, but I cannot get over what happened. Update: it has been a rough 3 months, but in the end, we managed to come to amicable divorce terms with my soon-to-be ex-wife. At first, she tried to fight to stop me from divorcing, but I didn't change my mind. These are the terms we agreed on. She gets to keep the gold. I'll get only 20% of her retirement savings instead of half in return for not paying monthly alimony. I get to keep the furniture and own our marital debt fully. Rest of the assets are 50-50. House is not shared because it's my dad's. Her retirement savings became so much that even 20% of it values more than all of the golds. Overall, my lawyer says it's a pretty good deal, considering many spouses prefer dragging the divorce and try taking everything they can in Turkey. For my future plans, I have no idea what to do. I've always wanted to travel to Asian countries. My current role is work from home, so I might have an Asia trip this year. There were some issues at the beginning of the divorce between her and the family, but it cooled down after a while. She accepted that our marriage is over, and I am glad she did not try to drag the divorce process. A court hearing is scheduled for September, and after that, we'll be done, hopefully.